Hi guys, this is Tamaya Stokes with Wonderless Life again. I'm finally back on the road. We're traveling. The first country that opened up to us was Jamaica.
Yay!
Exactly. So June 15th, Jamaica opened up. I arrived June 21st. I'm super excited about this trip. I know I promised you guys videos of me traveling to a different country every month. Jamaica is the first one to open up, and it's amazing what's going on here. As you guys know, I was in Jamaica when they closed back in March 15th, and the first case of COVID, Jamaica actually was really proactive about getting protocols in place that would prevent the spread of COVID-19. They had sanitation stations or security at the door. It's in my previous video that I actually videoed in March, where they would actually spray you down when you walked into establishments. They would open the door for you so you wouldn't have to touch a door. It was amazing. Then I flew back to the States, into Atlanta, Georgia, and they had nothing. Nobody checked your temperature, nobody sprayed you down, nobody asked you any questions, and you just were able to come into the country. And I was really shocked that we had nothing in place to prevent the spread of COVID, or nothing in place to test, or any questionnaires that involved COVID at all. So now that we're back, this is my daughter.
Hey!
My adult daughter, she's 28, she decided to join me on this trip. So my experience when I came in on Sunday, very fast, I came through. We had to get COVID tests, we had to fill out an online questionnaire prior to arriving, and get an approval for entry into the States or to the country. Short questionnaire, ask us have we been around people that tested positive, have we been in a healthcare facility or prison facility, any place that had
That's about prison?
something close to that. Any place that had close quarters, or what was it like? And then anybody, a few
Yeah.
questions, basic questions about coming in contact with people with COVID and being around very crowded areas that like schools, hospitals, things like that. Once you were approved, you had an authorization, a QRS code is what it's called. The little square codes that they put.
Yeah, QR codes.
QR code. So you had to go to the airport with that and show that prior to flying. Everybody had masks on. I flew Delta. It wasn't really crowded. You get to Jamaica, and honey, it turned into a military camp, and I was impressed.
Seriously.
Jamaica was on point. If I thought things in March they were being proactive, when I came back June 21st, they had stations set up for everything, temperature, everything, every step.
Everything was a step, and it was different people to do like everything. So it was. What was the first step? When you came in, they did a temperature check immediately, like off rip.
And a questionnaire asking you again about your contact and in relation to COVID. Had you had any contact with it? Have you tested for it before? Did you have any symptoms? Like a sit-down interview, though.
So it was a sit-down interview, and then after the sit-down interview, then they actually did like the testing. So they did the test. They did it in two different ways. They did a throat test. They did a nasal test as
That
well.
was the last step, though, right?
It was the very last step.
Yeah, that was the last
They
step.
had you like check your bags. Every step of the way there was sanitizing. So they sprayed your hands. They made sure that you used some type of hand sanitizer. And there wasn't like oh, I just did it, I'm fine. It was like no,
No,
stop
do
and
this.
that right
Standing
now.
right there watching you.
Yeah, like it was. They were very thorough with it. They were on top of everything. Like there was no like sneaking past it or any of that. Like they were just on top of everything. So.
Everybody was very pleasant. Usually when you come
Very
through
pleasant.
customs, sometimes you deal with custom agents and they're not so friendly.
Yeah.
Maybe they're tired, maybe whatever. But this group, this circumstances with the pandemic being in, these people were very friendly. Like everybody was super nice, asking you how you were doing, making sure not necessarily health wise, but just how are you today? Hi, how you doing? And it was a very, very pleasant experience. I got swabbed in my nose and my mouth, as she said. And, normally you would be like, oh, I'm not doing that to go into any country. And, especially certain countries, people feel entitled.
Yeah.
Here, the experience is different. You have to understand it's a smaller island, and the protocols and the policies they have in place
Are to protect their citizens as well as to protect you. So if you want to come over here, you do have to abide by these rules. And they make it very clear from the very beginning that you will have to follow some steps, whatever. And they follow through, but again, they make it extremely pleasant the entire time while you're here. So it's not like anything that's super strenuous or like stressful. As long as you are pretty open and like the entire process took about 40 minutes. that's on top of your regular, like going through
Claim your
customs, baggage claim, everything. 40 minutes, that's it. I think my flight landed at
2 o'clock.
I think it landed like at 1:30, and I ended up getting in the car, was already situated. By the time I looked at the clock, it was already 2:30. So it took about 40, maybe 45 minutes before I actually
do
was like, oh, let me
duty-free
look
shopping,
at the...
restroom, all of that stuff.
That's restroom, baggage claim, duty-free shopping, that's everything. So it really was I want to say seamless.
It was seamless.
I want to
That's a
say
good
seamless,
word.
but it was a lot of different steps to it. But like I said, it was
Guidance.
It was guidance. It was super easy. Like it wasn't anything where you were like, why would I do that to me? Or what is all of this going on? It wasn't a bad experience.
So
It
the
really
difference
wasn't.
between her and Ido, I researched. I've been watching.
I did not. I showed up.
No, yeah, I've been watching Prime Minister Andrew Holness the entire time this has been going on. He was very informative. The Minister of Health, Minister of Tourism. I watched every press conference there was, so I knew what to expect. But I didn't tell my daughter, and I had another girlfriend who just left today. I didn't exactly tell them what was going on. The only thing that I would say that's a bit confusing, or and with that being said, before I even say it, you have to be flexible. This is a pandemic. And to be able to travel to a different country, especially coming from the United States, with the numbers that we have and the lack of concern.
The lack of concern, the lack of structure concerning like the pandemic in the U.S.
Protocols and how to
There's
prevent
not a
the
lot
spread.
of protocols at all. So,
No, there aren't any.
And then when you come here, you understand there's a lot. They have their structure. They understand that they do not want their numbers to fluctuate, and you can do nothing but respect that.
Especially, they've only had 10 deaths, and it's easy to see why. It's easy to see why. People in the street aren't wearing masks, just like in the United States they aren't wearing masks, but in businesses they aren't checking your temperature. Not that I've been to. I've heard that people have, or actually your job does, check temperatures.
Yeah, but it's 7 of us.
Yeah, so they have, we're doing 50% of staff in the building checking temperatures at work. I haven't been back to work yet. So we're doing some things, but we're not doing things like Jamaica. Businesses aren't on deck spraying with hand sanitizer, enforcing the 6 feet. In the United States and Georgia, I've gotten into altercations in the store because we have people that are standing this close to you, and you have to tell them, I have to tell them, no, not please, give me my inches, give me my feet. Like, you have to move back. And here, there is security in place, soldiers in some places telling you that you have to stand 6 feet apart.
Right.
So even Jamaica, Jamaica leads technology, or leads the nation in a lot of things, and it takes a lot of time. I noticed that Jamaicans come into other countries and they dominate a lot of areas because of Jamaicans. And, I'm not Jamaican. I don't have any Jamaican ancestors or lineage, but I just respect the fact that Jamaica, even though it's smaller one or whatever the quote is, they lead in a lot of industries. And the COVID-19 app, the United States doesn't have anything remotely close to that. People have to wear ankle bracelets, even as house arrest. The app is awesome. It tracks you and makes sure that you stay in the area that you're supposed to be. And I actually went back to the airport today to go pick up. Well, I went back to the airport today. The tourist district is whatever, but I went back to the airport today and I got an alert on my phone said you're out of the area because I didn't check in with that location. I just checked in and it gave me an alert. So with that being said, everything is running smoothly. Jamaica should be commended, being a small island with such big plans on how to prevent COVID. The protocols that are in place, something that should be duplicated or mirrored across different countries, because right now it's keeping the numbers low. Jamaica has 10. They're importing cases and they're treating them. They have a higher success rate. Another thing I want to commend Jamaica on, people that are watching and are not aware. When Jamaica reports their numbers, new cases, they report the people that have recovered. So you're not getting this fear, people are dying, everybody's dying, and the hospitals are full. You're not getting that. They have 4 new cases and they have 55 people that recovered that day. 2 in critical condition and 3 or 40 or whatever the number is are being monitored. That is not what we get. We get every day death. People are dying. And what I think is it desensitizes us. So, a lot of people say that Americans aren't concerned. We're not. It's not that we're not concerned. We hear it every day. You're dying.
We're leading in numbers. We're at this, we're leading in numbers right now at this point. And on top of that, it's causing like a sense of hysteria at this point. So everybody is just like on edge all the time, which is Yeah, it's just creating hysteria at this point. That's all.
So she arrived today. I wanted to have a up to date version of what's going on here from a
Yeah.
fresh perspective and an old perspective. I've been here since Sunday. I've been in Jamaica. I want to say thank you to Jamaica, the Prime Minister, for allowing tourism to come back. I make
Seriously.
sure that I'm tipping well. I'm staying inside my resort as requested, and my resort has a beach attached to it, so I'm okay. Not many places open. I'm tipping well, like I said, and I'm just doing what I need to do and enjoying the beach is what I came for.
Yeah.
So again, thank you, Jamaica, for allowing us to visit your great country. We hope that we can keep you guys safe. I tested before I came. No problem with giving you samples while I'm here. And this is what, 5th, 6th trip this year, and it's all been to Jamaica. I was supposed to do a different country every year, but it's all Jamaica. So that speaks volumes for the country and how I'm treated here, and the feeling that I get for just being around Jamaicans. Anything else?
I don't have anything else. I mean, I love visiting Jamaica. It's always consistently like good vibes, really nice people. Everybody it's just always just good vibes every time I come here. It really is. I can never say anything bad about it. I have had any bad experiences in Jamaica, period, since I've been coming, and I've been coming since when? Like 2016? 2017 maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so it's been a minute, and I've always had really, really good experiences here. So I'm happy to be able to come back, especially with it being one of the first countries to open again for U.S. citizens. I'm really proud of how they've been handling this pandemic on their end. So I'm really just happy to be able to be back and happy to be able to just kind of vacate again right now. So it's exciting, and I'm happy to be here.
Guys, I thank you for tuning in. Make sure if you like this video, we're going to keep posting, keep you guys updated. It's what's going on in Jamaica, and hopefully other places will be opening soon, and I can finish with this blog or finish posting videos for you guys like I promised in the beginning of the year. I'm sorry about the pandemic. So again, thank you for watching. Tamaya Stokes on Wonderless Live. Hit the like button, hit the share if you found anything useful. And remember, guys, come to Jamaica. Come and be safe and spend your money, and let's get this economy back booming so we can all come to the land that we love.
Yes.
Deuces.
Goodbye.
What is your name?
My name is Keela. You can find me on Instagram. Instagram is @KeelaJohnson, but I don't have any Facebook or YouTubes or anything just yet. But
I'll make sure I put her information
keep an eye out.
in my description. And again, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot I got a remote control now.
Ooh, check